Hi, my name is Atiqah Binti Mohamad. Do you know what is Local Agenda 21? It is a program and an action plan for attaining sustainable development, and it is in considering the Rio de Janeiro during the Conference of the Earth Declaration. In other words, the Local Agenda 21 offers the communities and stakeholders the chances and awareness to participate in programs that is for sustainable development. Not to mention that it is also to encourage communities and stakeholders to submit their ideas and work regularly with local authorities on all facets of physical, economic, social, and environmental development. Binti City Council is the principal entity in charge of overseeing the development of Binti City. It is part of the Ministry of Local Government and Housing of Sarawak. To be pointed out, Binti was officially declared as a city on 20th of May 2005, where its roles had become crucial. On the 30th of July in 2015, Barrio Sub-District has an area of 4,228 square kilometers and was transferred from Marudi District Council to Binti City Council. They have provide public services and oversee Binti City's events and affairs are two of its main responsibilities. Their services offered include garbage collection, street lighting, road and drain maintenance, management of the disposal and conservation system, collection of assessment tax, and other fees, and also other services that all fall under its jurisdiction. Moreover, the visitor of MC in the Commission for the vast landscape at the national level is its accomplishment. The visitors come to Binti City from all around the world. As a result, generates income to boost Binti's economy.
Hi, my name is Sufina Binti Adzhar. The Local Agenda 31 pilot program was introduced in Miri when Miri City Council was chosen in 1999. Miri Local Agenda 21 was implemented and carried out in 2000 and received participation from various sectors such as government, public sector, NGO, and Miri community. The Local Agenda pilot program began in February 2000 with the support of the Housing and Local Government Ministry and United Nations Development Program and ended in 2002. The Miri Local Agenda 21 program is still ongoing until now, and at the moment the program is at the stage of implementation and monitoring. The concept carried out by Miri Local Agenda 21 is voluntary participation from all parties involved. Due to the small amount of allocation resources received by Miri Local Agenda 21 and with a large amount of activity, it is important to receive voluntary assistance from all parties. Miri Local Agenda 21 members are from various backgrounds and they are not paid wages to become members of Miri Local Agenda 21. They carry out their duties voluntarily and need to divide their time in Miri Local Agenda with their duties in their respective organization. The first objective of the implementation of Local Agenda 31 is to expose the local community and the private sector to issues related to sustainable development. The second objective of Local Agenda 31 is to conclude that all strategies and plans are based on sustainable development issues. Thirdly, the objective of Local Agenda 31 is to implement Local Agenda 31 in planning in the form of sustainable development project. Binti City Council has an important role or function to ensure that they provide the best service to the community. The function of Binti City Council are divided by department. First is Administrative Department, which acts as the heart of Binti City Council in monitoring its entire activities. Secondly through the Engineering Department, which is responsible for approving building plans, building projects, road construction, or any maintenance. Thirdly is through the Treasury Department. This department is responsible for the budget and financial administrative of the council. Fourthly is through the Valuation and Taxation Department. The department is responsible for property valuation of door tax in the city area. Besides, Binti City Council also established the Public Health Department to ensure that they provide the best service to the community, which is responsible for health regulation or prevention. This department is closely related to Medical Department of Environment Division, Ministry of Science, Technology and Environment Maisara. Next, to ensure effectiveness in providing services to people, Miri City Council established a Public Maintenance and Cleanliness Department responsible for public hygiene activities or provision of public toilets. This department is also responsible for 3R program. Lastly, Miri City Council also established a parking department which is responsible for the control of parking in the parking fee collection area and operating the council parking building.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to all. My name is Afeera Binti Adzhar. Today I will be talking on the programs under Local Agenda 21. To start off, LA21 blueprint itself, it highlights on particular objectives which are decreasing the consumption of raw materials and energy, which will derive the implementation of different programs that focuses on different initiatives by local governments. Miri City Council, MCC, has carried out their responsibilities vigorously towards a green city after it was declared a city in the year 2005. One of their initiatives is in terms of the solid waste reduction by implementing Say No to Plastic campaign. This campaign was parallel to the local authorities in making Miri a sustainable green city, which comes in handy by constant improvements. The 1.0 campaign on Say No to Plastic was in 2009, in which it talks only on avoiding the use of plastic bags and its negative impact to the environment and our health. The continuation of the Say No to Plastic 2.0 campaign is focusing more on building the environmental awareness through voluntary basis. It means, instead of forcing people in a way that they should use eco bags or pay the extra charges in their bills, it should come naturally from themselves. The 2.0 campaign would be a long-term effort by the Miri City Council, as it could educate and ensuring that the community practice and understand the importance of reducing the plastic usage. The second program is in terms of the pollution control of rivers through riverine adoption program. The implementation of this program is enhancing the NGO bodies and the communities to work together on ensuring that the river is clean and indirectly helps in sustaining the habitat of the ecosystem. One of its main initiatives under this program would be the Love Our River campaign. It is to let NGO to form a unity with the locals in an area so the objective could be achieved, as well as cultivating the sense of ownership in their minds. Manjong Municipal Council took part in the Local Agenda 21 by implementing the Climate Change Local Agenda 21. This program is not only focusing on climate change but also in parallel with the contents enacted in the Perak Darul Development Plan 2021 to 2025 by the Perak State Government. Throughout the program, the launching of the recycling decoration site took place as to show a figurative action on how to balance development and the environment. Other than that, being known as a metropolitan city, Kuala Lumpur under the Kuala Lumpur City Hall has constructed the urban garden located in the area of Tenaga Nasional Berhad. The first steps toward the achievement of these programs are to create a force with the local communities by identifying a potential area that could sustain the production of new plants. This is to ensure that the crops are in good shape and are able to be delivered to businesses around Kuala Lumpur. This initiative by Kuala Lumpur City Hall does not only contribute towards the environment, but it helps individuals through the economic sector as they could generate income from it, apart from living a healthy lifestyle.
My name is Ezalia Binti Hasbi. I am going to present the challenges in implementing LA21. To begin, the lack of community participation and support in implementing LA21 shall be the first challenge. In this context, there is lack of awareness and knowledge about the importance of LA21 among the community itself. This is specifically focusing to the B40 groups. This is because the B40 groups are too focused in generating income and coping with the high standard of living nowadays. Leading to this, the community classified under B40 groups are most likely to be ignorant and resist to take participation in activities related to LA21. Furthermore, the second challenge is the lack of funding or financial resources of the local council. In this context, we all know that local councils and authorities have less opportunity to generate income. This is because their source of money is very limited. According to a newspaper article released by the Borneo Post, the Miri City Council seek for funding from the state government amounting to 13 million ringgit Malaysia. The purpose for the funding was for development projects specifically to transform Miri City into a foreign attraction city. Therefore, without the support, the approval, and the funding from state government, it will be impossible for the local councils and local authorities to implement LA21 in a bigger scale. Lastly, a weak support from the top management leads to a deficiency in implementing LA21. At the end of the day, a weak support from the top management will not only lead to a deficiency, but also will contribute to a failure of the LA21 implementation in the operation area. In Malaysia, we have 3 levels of government. Firstly, federal government. Secondly, the state government. Thirdly, the local government. It will be impossible for the federal government to directly communicate with the people within a local area. If that occurs, it will only increase the amount of burden and responsibility of federal government. In this case, it leads to the significance of power delegated to the state and local government, as they will be much closer to the local people. As a result, not only the voices of the community or the local people to be heard by the government, but also the government machinery will be much more efficient. However, if the top management refuses to give optimum support, the lower level officers and authorities will be demotivated to proceed with the LA21 effort.
Hi, my name is Siti Syarmimie Binti Hamzah. To sum it up, the local Agenda 21 that have been implemented by Miri City Council has made positive impacts on the country in achieving the sustainable development goals, despite having to face various types of challenges during the program implementation. All of the programs that have been implemented promote efficiency in the production processes and reduce wasteful consumption in the process of economic growth, taking into account the development needs of the developing countries, as well as able to encourage nations to consider the cost of environmental degradation. Not only that, but even with climate change, it is able to reduce the risk of damage that will develop. As one of the important roles in sustaining the development of the country, the Miri City Council have done its part as a local government in providing the best service to the community, as well as being responsible for handling and monitoring the implementation of the local Agenda 21 to ensure the sustainable development is implemented effectively by enhancing a lot of programs to improve the country. Thus, it should maintain and improve its efforts and initiatives to make the country a better place for the community to stay, together with all the cooperation from everyone, and able to overcome the challenges together.